Hi there, welcome back to Watcher of Realms, looking at the latest skins that have been added in. 2 legendaries, 1 epic. How good do they look on some of the lizard heroes, and how easy are they, to obtain? Are they free to play friendly? Well, we're going to get into that right now, so don't go anywhere. We go to the summon page to look at the desired heroes at the moment, times 15 chance, and the ones that you see on screen, some of them do have the new skins. Let's first start off with Komodo, who is an epic skeletal assassin fighter, a part of the Nightmare faction. How good is he? So-so. You don't expect too much. He does cost quite a bit, though. Just quickly look, deals 75% damage to one enemy 2 times, and you can upgrade that a bit. His ultimate, it's a low-cost one, increases attack speed by 60 for 35 seconds, which is actually really good. And that's not upgraded. When attacking, inflicts bleed on the targets. So because it inflicts bleed on the targets, you could actually add Komodo with the artifact, which increases damage, I think, maybe by 20% if you're inflicting bleed. Bleed itself deals continuous true damage equal to 1% of the target's max HP. So for boss battles, that's pretty good. Increases their physical damage taken by 10% too. So reasonable. Blood Liquor, each attack has a 15% chance to deal 230% damage, which is actually a really nice auto ability. I guess that's why it is. And you can increase the trigger chance by 5%. It's not exactly good enough, but the more Komodo attacks, the higher the chances that it will happen. If he gets more attacks in, so a higher attack speed, the higher the chances that the auto will take place. So just take that into consideration, but we're mainly here for the skin, as said. So apologies about that, but I just wanted to do a little review on the spot. Sinister's Edge, very unique. Attack bonus, 0.7%, defense plus 12. So, when it comes to the skins, it's more about the visual, the aesthetics behind it. The fact that you actually get a little bonus on the side is great. So this, in a way, is obtainable, free to play. Now, will it let me spin the guy around? It will. So standard, it's just like a bone skeleton, bone armor, pretty much. With this skin, it doesn't add much, it just changes the colour and the glow. So you look at the shoulder areas where the skulls are, up top, not there, up top. Switch it to that, they go dark black, purple with a purple glow effect, which is pretty good. Blades become dark as well. These blades, which he's got in his hand, the daggers, are glowing purple with like a mist emitting from it. The base one does not. So it's really just changing the colour. As for the chest area, is that any different? Not really. It's just more so the colour change. But to be honest, I would say he looks better like this than as his default skin. This is definitely a big upgrade visually. He looks more of an assassin here than he does with his default skin. You can get a hold of Komodo skin, and I'll share that in a second. And through the summoning event, ×2 chance of pulling a higher rarity, such as an epic, ×15 chances the desired designated hero, you could actually get Komodo. So if you've already got the skin, you might as well go for Komodo, and vice versa. Might as well. I've got Komodo. Take in mind, you can use Komodo in a it's like, what is it? Summon Shard Hero Fusion. Which one was it? Well, there's a Komodo one there, but I think it might have been Abomination. Yeah, I think it might have been Abomination, where you could exchange Komodo and some others to get a hold of the legendary. So just take that in mind if you haven't done it already. You can get duplicates of Komodo, it's not that difficult. But if we go to the events section, as for the skin, Engraver's Exhibition, which is currently on, 1 out of 5. So I'm on number 2 right now. And basically you just got to fill the board, and it is at random when you do stamp it. The previous video will explain the ins and outs about it. And if you do hit the wrong spot at random, you can swap it to the desired spot of your choosing, which is a positive. You get the chances and the resources by completing daily quest as you normally would. Not that demanding at all, fairly easy to do, free to play. And then put the resources into this expedition. It lasts for 5 days, 17 hours. So really, you want to be completing a target pattern once per day, ideally, to guarantee yourself that skin. Now, this is actually a legendary skin. I think they're all legendary skins, if I'm correct. I'll have to look at Idril just as a comparison. Just bear with me for a second. If I can actually find her, Idril. I find it hard to locate her with her other skin. Yeah, they're all classified as legendary skins, even though it's on an epic hero. So I don't know if they'll introduce any epic skins. If they did, they should make it a lot easier. But besides that, look visually good. What do the others look like, such as Trusk? I mean, you know, his default skin looks great already with that, I don't know what you call it. It's not like a rainbow, but like a teal purple glow up top with lightning bolts being generated around the fist area. I really like that design by default, and he seems to too. But what about the skins? What does his frigid fortress look like? And to be fair, it looks really good. But when I see Trusk, he looks more like Godzilla because of the spikes up top. I know he's a lizard, but he reminds me of Godzilla, and I think that looks better there than it does here. This just looks like a frost ice giant unit, but still, if that's what you're into, you might as well get him. He's got the patterns on him. He's got like the runes as a belt, which goes around just under his stomach area. Still lizard-like skin with all these spikes coming off him on his back area. He doesn't even want to keep still. He's just shaking himself about. His tail as well. Wow, beam of light there. I mean, visually, really good. Not going to lie. The difference is with these, is there much difference? Yeah, the main difference is there are more spikes on his head and spine with this skin. The icicles, I believe they are. And you notice that as well, it changes on the forearms where it's like icicles, spikes, whereas on his default skin, it's just like a few stones or gems wrapped around him. So visually, it is more of an upgrade. And you do get a 0.7% attack bonus with 12 defense increase, which is a nice little addition on the side. Now, how do you get a hold of Frigid Fortress? It says obtained through the Frigid Fortress Limited Bundle. So, short story is, free to play, no chance. If we go to the store in just a second, because we might as well look at the other pay to obtain one. Salazar, unique, skin wise. Are you ready? Boom. This has to be the biggest change. You know, he's now got a guitar out of nowhere with volts, electricity or lightning running all the way through it. Does it really make sense? Not at all. Bit silly, but creative. If you're into this, like rock, crazy random, then maybe that's what you'd go for. I wouldn't say his skin fits who he is, like a lizard assassin. I mean, I thought Komodo was more fitting. Yeah, it was basic, but it changed the colour tone to like a dark assassin. As for this is just like a rock star. I don't think that really suits him. Attack bonus the same, defense the same. Obtained through the Thunderstrom Shredder Limited Bundle. You got to pay for it. But in terms of what changes, a lot. As for the back part, his dreadlocks, if you want to call it that, or worm-like hair changes a lot. Because at the front, it's dangling down like a rock star hair. This one, it's tied all the way back, the default, as you can see. This appears shorter, whereas this one is really long, beaded braids. Blue as well. It's a nice colour, nice pattern. And the length of it changes, makes it more unique. He's got spikes on his shoulders. I wish he would keep still. Spikes on his shoulders. little belt dangling down there too. Gold knee pads, which visually appears to, well, it's the same stuff but just a different colour tone. But he does have spikes on his shoulder pad, which he doesn't have exactly the same here. No, there's no spikes pointing upwards. What about the blade? Well, default small dagger. And as for the Legendary one, there's no dagger. It's just a literal full-size guitar blade. So that'll be interesting to see the animation behind it when he does his ultimate, right? I wonder how different that would look. Now, unfortunately, I can't demonstrate it because I don't have the hero and I'm free to play. But yeah, it's a big upgrade visually. I don't think it's quite fitting, but still, if you're into it, no harm getting a hold of it. So, how do we go to the store? How do I not know how to go to the store? I've not been on it for a while. The shop, that's what it's called. So there you go. The Thunderstrum Shredder skin, you get Salazar's legendary skin with 12 Invocation Spirit Summoning Crystals and 2 Divine Legendary ones with 150k gold. That is £28 UK money in total. I'd say that's quite a lot. But if you want to spend, you can. The only positive that I would say is there are other games out there and maybe other times where they'll sell a skin for £20-30 and that's all you get. At least here you are getting additional resources as well, especially 2 legendary crystals, which will just enable you to be able to summon more. Maybe you want to buy this to obtain the skin, the attire, but you don't have Salazar yet. But with those 12 summoning crystals and you do your summons, you might just get a hold of him with the ×2 ×15 chances. So it can work hand in hand together. Now, it should be the same for this one too. Exactly the same rewards, exactly the same price. You can only purchase it one time. So, yeah, it's good that there's additional stuff. Is it overpriced? I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes to games, when it comes to skins, they tend to be quite high in pricing. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. If you don't get a hold of the skins, you're not missing out greatly. It's just more of a visual enhancement. That is it. If you're into it and collecting, then you might as well go for it, right? I mean, I need to collect my daily thing there, which is a nice little freebie. So they're the skins. Visually, quite unique. The fact that there's 3 different ones and you can get the epic Komodo legendary skin for free is a positive. So good luck out there with the events and getting the rewards. I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.